Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me about Taurus. What's happening for my friends? And it's almost your birthday season. Okay, we're only a few weeks away. We just started Aries season, so I hope you're planning, getting ready for festivities. But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Taurus. Please and thank you, my guides. What do we got for my friends here? Please. And there's a lot of interesting things happening in the stars. Okay. You might be preparing to do something. Okay. Or this is somebody revving up the engines like, all right, let's get it moving. Let's get this going. Get this energy moving here. Okay. I do like this. It's like someone preparing or just like revving up, revving up, revving up. I like it. So before we fully dive into the details of it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a bit about this card. So if you look at the imagery here, this is a gorgeous image. We see this very powerful divine feminine figure. She is pointing off in the distance like, hey, this is where I'm going. This is where it's at, full steam ahead. So to me, it reminds me of the Chariot in a way, but like a chariot right before it takes off, like it's right before blast off. So to me, it's like I'm revving up, revving up, revving up. Very fiery type of energy, extreme motivation, a lot of passion here. So there is something connecting to like internal energy or internal passion with this card in the mix. It's just really motivated to get something going. Okay, so whether you're motivating yourself or motivating another person, the eyes are to the future. It's like, no, this is where we need to go. This is what we need to do, and I'm going to make it happen. I feel a lot of motivation within this. Now, the one thing I will say when it comes to anything where there's an overabundance of this fiery energy, it can be a little aggressive at times. Okay, so watch your temper. Obviously, like you might be a little more temperamental. Another thing with this is fire could be a little unpredictable too. So depending on what shows up in the reading, there might be an unpredictability in the air around you. So we're just going to put her down right there. For some of you, you might just be getting ready for something. Let's see what's in tarot. And I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time here. What do we got for Taurus, my guides? And while we shuffle this up and get the deck ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was titled Big Karmic Lesson. Okay, it didn't necessarily mean you were learning a karmic lesson. Maybe someone you're connected to was, but that was a lot of karmic archetype in the reading for you last week. Okay, so whether it's the cycles you're moving through or just someone learning a lesson of some sort, I mean, karmic energy can stick around for quite a while, especially if we're going through shifts and changes. But we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards to start us off. What we got? Thank you. Oh, okay. We're starting with the devil here, my friends. Doesn't always have to be a rough energy, but obviously, whenever we start off with the devil, that's going to raise a few eyebrows, right? Let's get a couple more. Could be something you've identified as not being the healthiest. Something. Okay, we got the King of Wands here in position number 2. So focus, action. And even though the devil is earthy energy or earth energy, it feels fiery, right? Like you see the image there. It's like fire and brimstone. Let's get one more. Thank you. All right, we got the Fool. All fiery energy to me. Okay, in my style. So Aries energy showing up in a strong, strong way. Okay, yeah, Taurus, we're going to have to talk about this, my friends. There's a lot of sporadic energy, and there's things that we're going to want to really comb through here. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I was already giving you some of my thoughts as the cards were coming out. We're starting like with this devil energy, which could be identified as a problem of some sort. Then we have the King of Wands. Then we have the Fool. There's a lot of fire energy here on the back end. And just like we started the reading with a revved up fiery type of energy. So this unpredictability could be in the mix. And although this is earth energy, technically, It just seems fiery to me when it fits in with the imagery. So there's a lot of this showing up. There's a lot of passions and spontaneity happening here. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. So position number 1, we have the devil. Now, for some of you, maybe you're just linked to Capricorn, right? And if you're cross-watching Capricorn, the only reason you guys get this card is due to the goat symbolism. We don't think you're devils, my friends. But to me, when I see this card, if it's not a person, if it's not a Capricorn, it could mean so many different things. Now, the devil could represent the material world. So for some of you, you might have a big focus on money, matters of the material world. The devil is literally of that world. So when I see that card, it's stable, it's not really moving either. So there could be a certain situation or something you've been dealing with for quite a long time when the devil's here. Whether it is a problem, whether it is a situation, it's like, it's hard to move this energy out. Now, the devil could be toxic things as well. It could represent, toxic people. It could be toxic mindsets. It could be addictions, obsessions, or anything that you have identified as being an issue or a problem or something that's not healthy. Now, a positive spin that we could give this devil card is that it could represent conquering those things. So for a lot of you, if you are on some sort of self-betterment journey or self-improvement or healing journey, this could be good depending on what shows up in the clarifier, because it could be you overcoming things. Now, moving to the center, we have the King of Wands. And if you look at I can't help but notice it. It's like this King of Wands is staring this devil down. It's like, I'm looking at you. I'm watching you. Like, I'm keeping an eye on you. So for a portion of you out there, there could be something, if you've identified it, whether a person or a situation, you got it in your sights. To me, it's like, all right, I'm watching. I'm keeping tabs. Right? I see you type of energy. Now, the King of Wands, you have fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. But to me, I say with all kings, they represent control of their respective suit. So funny that we have so much of this implied fire energy, and then we have the King of Wands, which is trying to keep things under control, which is trying to keep things under wraps, focusing its attention in different places. So I would say in this time specifically, try not to be super pessimistic. Try not to focus on negativity too much in this time, because he was staring directly at this devil. Keep tabs, do what you can about this energy, but don't obsess about it. That's something I'm picking up. Now, the King of Wands, once again, fiery, entrepreneurial, good energy, just filled with a life. But it can also be someone that's super spontaneous. That's one thing I will say. Just like with all fire, the King of Wands in its roughest sense could be someone that's unpredictable, or someone acting in an unexpected or unpredictable type of way. Some similar things can be said here with this Fool card. Now, this could have some extra importance for you because, it's the card of Aries, and we are currently in Aries season. So the clarifier could tell us something that's coming towards you in Aries season, or what you might be feeling. Some of you could be right on the cusp of Aries as well. But what do we think of with the Fool? Beginning a new journey, beginning a new adventure of some sort, a new chapter. And ever since the beginning, I did feel this energy revving up. For a lot of you, there could be a lot of new things or new directions you're going to be going. New energies coming into your life in short order. But what is the big caution when it comes to the Fool card? It could be very spontaneous. It could be unpredictable. Notice it's always about to walk off the cliff there. So this could be a little warning from Spirit. Like, listen, I'll plan it out. Try not to act with your passions. It could just represent action in general, or just something we might be seeing in this time frame for sure. I do like the Fool. It's happy, it's jovial, it's optimistic. So it's like we have the pessimism, we have the optimism. So we have this bounce back of the energy happening. I want to dive deeper on all the Taurus. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my friends, please. Guides and Spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the devil. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. It will not offend me, my friends. Let's see why the devil's here. Please. What's happening with that devil? Okay. Thank you. Emperor. Yeah, there's a cautious energy here. The Emperor, the other card that could represent Aries. Some people also link it with Taurus as well. When we have the Emperor, it's the divine masculine counterpart to the Empress. Now, there could be a serious situation you're going through here or a serious problem of some sort within Aries season, because we have both cards of the current time frame that we're in now, where Spirit could be saying, hey, Taurus, be cautious. Be cautious with how you deal with this, whether it's a serious situation or problem. It's like, just be easy with that. Like, use soft gloves. It's like just giving me that type of energy. Now, what do we also think of with this Emperor? Similar to the King of Wands, these energies are trying to control something, keep something under wraps. So you could be battling against something, whether it's internal or external. I'm getting a vibe of someone's like, these energies are trying to keep this devil under wraps. It's like, no, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you win. So I'm getting like a struggle of some sort. Not saying it's you, but there could be someone you're linked to that's going through some sort of struggle, whether it's a power struggle or an internal struggle. The Emperor is all about control. So there could be either, once again, the situation or problem you're trying to keep under wraps or keep under control. For another portion, if you are connected to a fire sign, this is a bit of a warning in this time as well. Okay, especially with this Emperor underneath this devil. It's like, I'm not letting something go. Okay. Take that however you want, but to me it feels like somebody that either can't let something go, or they're not letting something go, or they're refusing to do so. We're going to keep moving though. It is what it is. But I'm getting this control-based type of energy. It's like these two are teaming up to take on this devil energy. It's like, we will contain you. I don't know how that fits your story, but I mean, if you need to call in reinforcements for whatever you're going through, maybe that's what Spirit's trying to say. But I'd be cautious in Aries season, at least in the early stages. Let's see why the King of Wands is here. Could have a warning. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, and we're just trying to get this right, keep it right, not let this spin out of hand, and not let this get out of control. We have the Two of Pentacles. Now, yeah, whatever it is you may be going through, some of you might not be going through a damn thing right now. But if you are, this Two of Pentacles under the Knight of Wands, it's like, listen, I want no drama. I just want this to be cool. I want this to be relaxed. It's like giving me that type of vibe. But I feel like you can make headway. If you are having problems or going through these issues, I feel like you can bring some balance to it. Even though, once again, we're not seeing a lot of Taurus cards here. But the Two of Pentacles is a card of harmony. It's a card of balance. It's a card of the universe as well. Notice it has that infinity symbol. So when I see it under the Knight of Wands, like someone taking the proper approach. So whatever it is you might be going through, this could be a reiteration from Spirit saying, like, listen, Taurus, you're taking the right approach to this. Okay, like you're doing the right things. You might not be seeing all the results right now, but you're on the right track. You're taking the right approach. So this is good energy to me. I feel like this is nice here. And I do feel like you could prevail over something. That's just a big energy I'm picking up. So we're just going to keep moving. I feel like that's nice. You could prevail. You could overcome something. Let's see what's going on with that Fool card on the back end. Because once again, I'm getting vibes of like things being unpredictable or even surprising. So what do we got here with the Fool? The deck is being specific now, Taurus. And for those of you new here, I only read jumpers. That's why I do these shuffles. Usually they pop out real quick. Okay. Yeah, so there's this future focus showing up here again, and there is the plan. There's something about unplanned events and unplanned situations showing up here, Taurus. Straight up. So when I see the Two of Wands, like all twos, and notice we have repeating twos, we have two similar cards, we have two cards of Aries season. There's a lot of repeating themes here in your reading this week, which I find very intriguing, which could tell me that Spirit's really on your side in this time. Like you have a lot of spiritual support for whatever it is you're going through. Even if things are calm and you're not really going through all this stuff yet, to me it's like you got spiritual backup, which is really nice. But the Two of Wands, aside from distance and travel and stuff like that, maybe some of you are planning a trip with this energy here on the back end, a little vacay. But this is one of my cards of strategy and planning. When I see it underneath the Fool, remember, if we're not talking about a possible trip, vacation, or moving forward with something, there could be these unplanned, unexpected events and situations here, because this is one of my cards of the unplanned. So I would keep the eyes peeled, especially with what we have going on in front of here, because it's like, okay, while all this stuff is happening over here, all this focus is towards here, boom, something else happens. Okay, so I would say in this time, try not to focus too much on one thing or one person. Try to spread your awareness around. I don't know why I'm giving that message. It's coming through strong. So don't focus too much on one thing. Don't focus too much on one problem. because other things can and will pop up. That's just the vibe I'm getting here. So we do have the unplanned, unexpected situation type of energy here on the back end. So just expect the unexpected. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Taurus, because there's a lot of moving parts to your reading this week. Remember, only take it however it hits for you. It could be someone else's energy. You know the whole deal. I gave you the spiel. But if you kindly look in the box before we get into the shadow card, the front end of this is where a lot of the attention is drawn to while I'm reading this. We have the devil clarified by the emperor. We also have this king of wands looking right at the devil, and I'm getting this contained or containing type of energy where it's like, okay, I'm watching you. I see you. I know what the problem is. So there could be a serious issue or problem you're going through, but it's like, I've identified it. I see it, and I'm going to contain it. Like, it's just giving me that energy in a very, very strong way. Like, I will not let this get out of hand. I will not let this get out of control. It is contained. It's like, okay. Moving to the center, we have the King of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. I do think you're on the right track with whatever it is you're dealing with. To me, this energy in the center is like, okay, you're moving in the right direction. You might not be seeing all the results you want to just yet, but you're on the right track. And I do really like this, and it does tell me you could overcome something, at least eventually. There's big focus here on Aries season, which we're in currently, because as we get to the back end, more of the repeating themes here. We have 2 cards of Aries. We have 2 cards of the Divine Masculine fire sign energy. We have 2 twos. But the Fool with the Two of Wands, once again, unplanned, unexpected situations or things popping up. So I would expect the unexpected. Some of you, it could be a spontaneous trip, or you could be planning a trip sometime in Aries season. But I do feel like while all the focus is over here, while all the energy is being pulled there, other things start popping up and popping off. So just be aware, try to spread your attention around here and don't just focus all on one thing, okay? We'll leave it at that. But yeah, please take a screenshot of that, Taurus. Let's see what's in the shadows. I feel like I could continue to pull messages from there for sure. But let's see what's in the shadows for you, my friends. What do we got in the shadows for Taurus, please? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, though. Maybe it'll give us more detail about that back end. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for all my channel members. I really do. Let's get this shadow card out here for you. Thank you. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. This could be really, really good, or it could also be a little bit rough, okay? Now, the 9 of Pentacles, in its best, most optimistic form, is abundant. It's grounded. It's a really independent lone wolf type of energy as well. Like, listen, I got this on my own. I'll do it. I don't need any sort of help. Which, yeah, there's certain situations where you don't. That is true. There could be a lot of material abundance here, but something I want to draw your attention to, I mentioned about the devil very early on, that could be material attachments or things involving the material world. Notice this card, if you look close at the imagery, this person is in a cage of their own making. So there could be something about material issues still showing up here in the undercurrent, right? This doesn't all have to be connections and relationships. There could be monetary things and property things, anything involving the material world. But I do like it. It could tell me like, hey, Taurus, it doesn't matter what any of this stuff that's going on. You're good, you're solid, you're stable, which is a hallmark for Taurus energy. Like very stable, planted, grounded, really nice. Like you're not going to be budged off, even if this energy here that you're dealing with seems a little annoying or has you temporarily thrown off. But I feel the abundance. This could be really good. So take from that what you will, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details, the March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments what is your favorite zodiac sign, and give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.